Before we dive in, take a second to like this video and subscribe if you enjoy real history told in a simple, immersive way. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. In 1818, a frantic priest faced a silent church on Christmas Eve. By midnight, he had changed the sound of Christmas forever. The date was December 24, 1818. The setting was the small, snow-dusted village of Oberndorf, Austria. Inside the Church of St. Nicholas, disaster had struck at the worst possible moment. The church organ, the majestic voice of the High Mass, was broken. Some say mice had chewed the bellows, others claim it was rust and age, but the reality was stark. There would be no booming music to celebrate the birth of Christ. The young assistant priest, Father Joseph Moore, refused to let the night pass in silence. He remembered a simple 6-stanza poem he had written 2 years earlier while serving in Mariapfarr. He had titled it Stille Nacht. Desperate, he took the lyrics to his friend Franz Xavier Gruber. Gruber was a schoolmaster and the church organist. Moore asked for the impossible. He needed a melody written instantly, and because the organ was dead, it had to be composed for a guitar. At the time, the guitar was considered a tavern instrument, unfit for the sanctity of the church, but necessity breeds invention. Gruber went to work. He composed the gentle, lullaby-like tune in just a few hours. That night, at midnight mass, the two men stood before the altar. Gruber strummed the guitar. Only 2 voices filled the cold air. Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht. The congregation was captivated. They asked for it to be played again. It didn't stay in that village. An organ builder named Karl Maracher heard it while repairing the instrument years later. He took the manuscript home. Traveling families of folk singers, the Strassers and the Rainers, carried it across Europe. They sang it for the King of Prussia. They sang it for the Emperor of Austria. They sang it in New York City. For a long time, the world forgot who wrote it, assuming it was an ancient folk song or a forgotten work by Mozart. But the truth eventually came out. Today, the original church is gone, swept away by floods, but the song remains. It survived wars. It survived the loss of the original manuscript. It survived the obscurity of its creators. It is simple. It is holy. It is eternal. From a broken machine and a desperate prayer, we received the world's most beloved carol. Sources: Salzburg Museum and Silent Night Association.